we go.
We some beautiful bitches. I love y'all.
know,
It's just something so amazing at the end of the episode. We just sitting here smiling at each other and like doing our head little wiggles and whatnot. It just unconditional love. That's unconditional love right there.
That's unconditional love. That is true. That is true. Hey, community. Here's what's brewing today.
The pothole effect.
Inner thigh meat.
And ask your aunties, is love limitless? So get your cups ready for Minority Report.
Hey, welcome to Minority Report. It's Auntie Corral.
Yeah, and it's Auntie Dewan.
And it's Auntie Jarrell. What up? What's up?
And it's still Correll's birthday. God damn it!
The whole month.
Yes.
Right, the whole month. Exactly. So the whole month. Might as well. Soak it up.
Celebrate that hoe.
Sop it up.
In more ways than one.
Hopefully, just a little something. Happy birthday.
some Juvederm, some organic Juvederm.
I'm gonna need that Doxy Pep.
Bitch, they better make that medicine work for you, baby.
If they got the medicine, you might as well, get you a prescription.
Look.
So stupid. I feel bad for any boomer that's listening. Like, I don't know what the hell they are talking about right now.
Baby.
But thank you for listening, though.
Thank you. It's like, no, you know what? If they're gay, I'm sure they know.
Look, we talked about it on the last episode, so they should know.
They know.
They should know.
True.
And if not, Alexa.
Right.
So it is what it is. But thank God for the progression of medicines and data and science.
Look, we've come a long way since them Flintstone vitamins.
Baby.
I mean,
Look.
from
strong.
erectile dysfunction to hair loss to weight loss to staying young forever to getting rid of them wrinkles and crow's feet and all that, baby.
That's right. I know that's right. Have y'all ever gotten Botox?
I'm not.
I am not. Mm-mm.
Would you ever get it?
The only time I ever thought about it is someone mentioned that they were good for migraines, that they help with migraines, and I get migraines for allergies. And when I tell you that, like, I can have a migraine last for like 4 days, nonstop.
That's awful.
That is
Right. My
mom gets migraines.
Yeah. And it's just, it's bad. It's honestly bad to the point that like I start to get nauseous and I gotta like lay down. Like, I started talking like I'm Stevie Wonder. I close my eyes and all of a sudden my head is going like this.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like
I have not. I've thought about getting Botox, but I'm not really interested in it because I mean,
Yeah. What I need Botox for? You see this?
But not gonna lie, I have thought about getting scrotal Botox because I'm a high and tight.
Talked about that before.
I'm a high and tight,
kind of
and I
Botox?
wouldn't mind scrotal. You heard me, bitch. Scrotal.
Yeah, we talked about them with gayish. I remember that episode.
Balls,
Yeah.
Botox for your balls, because I would love to just maybe for like a couple of weeks feel the little like jingling and like let it swing.
I'm jingling,
I
baby.
Swing other ways. I might swing other ways, but like them balls be like
with the
stuck.
balls, yeah.
Right. Let them hang loose for a little bit. Let them get away from that body heat for a little bit.
Damn, why I feel like I forgot about this. So it just releases the ball sack?
Scrotox,
Yes. Yes. Scrotox.
So you be looking like the gym teacher from Scary Movie?
Gotta tuck these motherfuckers into my socks. Like, no, I'll be like one of those characters from Mortal Kombat. Finish him.
Baby. That.
I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
Teabagging a little too hard.
Right. I gotta move from these briefs to boxer briefs. Like,
Baby.
this is-
Look.
change the whole game.
Yeah, no, I like balls. I like balls. But
What about you?
but
Have you ever thought about it?
I've thought about it because like I'm very expressive, and this forehead, I'm like, I don't know now if I keep doing this, and then even like, let's see, like right here, I'm like that's a lot. But luckily the lines don't really stay. But I'm like they don't stay now, but they could one day. So it's only been the last few years. So I was like, maybe just a little, but I don't want to lose my expressiveness though. So I don't want to be frozen. So
you don't want a Nicole
so
Kidman.
I don't know. No, God, no. I don't want to be Vivica A. Fox. No.
Yeah.
so I don't know, but
And
luckily
also,
I don't have like crow's feet or
logistically,
anything like that.
when you got a 5 head, such as I,
The same.
that's a lot of area to cover. So do I really want to be sitting in that chair getting stuck up for like 20 years just to walk out for 6 months?
They roll the barrel of Botox in there.
Yo, they just dip my whole head inside of the top of my head like I'm at the beauty salon. Just
It's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Oh my God,
that's a Gen Z reference.
baby.
Look,
go back and watch that movie.
I
Gen
could
Z.
care
That's
less
a good
about
one.
the wrinkles for me. You know, we black, and so it should be in our favor. Okay, that we won't need it anytime soon. But it's honestly it's also a little bit of a badge of honor though in the black community though.
That's
when
true.
you start to see those wrinkles, like you know that you've been through some things, if that makes sense, right? So like for me, like I'd rock it. I don't care. Like to y'all point, for me, the only thing I care about is this hairline. As long as it stays, we good.
Mine.
Yeah.
We good. I don't want mine to go
Mine
nowhere.
hanging on by a thread.
I am, however, thinking about doing a hair transplant. I've been
Really?
thinking about it for the last maybe 2 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would.
Well, if you go to Turkey, I'll go with you. If you go to
yeah.
Turkey, I'll
No,
go with you.
I
Okay,
will.
I'm coming with you to
well,
Turkey.
I'll
Right.
either go. Well, I may either go to Turkey or I may go to Serbia.
Don't go
Okay.
to Serbia.
So,
Okay. Yes.
but I don't think that I would change my frontal hairline. I'm cool with like, I like all this.
Yeah.
I just want like, consistency. I don't like the the pothole effect. So,
Not the pothole. I'm so done with you.
so yeah, I would like to get that fixed.
Pothole. And we just found the first title of the episode. The pothole effect.
But honey, I am not opposed to doing what you need to do to your
Same.
body, with your body, and with somebody else. If it
And
makes you
your
feel
own money
good.
or their money, whoever money.
part.
That don't bother me either. I'm like, if
No,
that
absolutely.
made you
Especially
happy,
when you, and then you got the coin, do it. You know who ain't mad? Little Kim. She doing okay. Everyone else can too.
That is one hell of a reference.
I'm done, it took all my might not to like. It took all my might to not cackle because I don't want nobody coming for us.
Hell of a
or me.
reference.
That is a hell of a reference, but you're right.
She doing just fine. She happy.
Just fine.
Yeah.
I do wonder though. I do wonder like of male celebrities and especially black male celebrities, which ones of those actually partake of certain kinds of beauty treatments? Like does Denzel, does 50 Cent,
yeah,
does
good.
you know what I mean? Like I'd be curious, like what have they done and what
Yeah.
are they doing?
I'm sure there's a lot of secrets out there we just don't even know exist because that we ain't in that tax bracket. Because they got all kind of potions and brews that we're like, damn, y'all been doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean,
I know a
'cause,
lot of
let's
people
be
are
honest,
doing
though,
that.
I was gonna say
Okay.
that, like, because let's be honest though, a black daddy, man, you see that salt and pepper, you be like,
Baby. And they be glistening off that skin tone.
Girl,
You be like, ooh,
look,
give it to me, daddy.
I feel like a woman now. Look, over here doing my dance.
I know that's right.
Girl.
Because Denzel's 70 and that motherfucker can still get
Baby.
it. Like them posters last year of Gladiator 2
Girl.
with him with that salt pepper. I was like, yes, Denzel. Yes, Denzel.
Yeah.
Yes, Denzel. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's one that we notice. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm sure like someone like a RuPaul has probably had a little something here and there.
Yeah.
You don't
But I
say.
think, like, you're right. But I don't know if like an Idris Elba or a Michael B. Jordan type or not. I don't know. I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
I'm sure people
Yeah.
have.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of people. There's a lot of that now. There are a lot of celebrities that are doing that NAD treatment to like reverse the aging effects.
What's
It's
the
like a NAD. I don't know what it stands for, but it's rising in popularity. I mean, this is like the new Botox. It's like the new cosmetic thing that people are doing, and it's like a ongoing treatment that helps people to basically reverse their aging.
I'm looking it up. I don't see no here. No
Yeah.
NAD cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, it says it's an anti-aging elixir, kind of like Death Becomes Her, which we love, by the way.
Yes.
So NAD or nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, I totally butchered that, is a
That sound like
CO
somebody's
enzyme
name.
that helps cells produce energy that is linked to anti-aging benefits. So it's almost kind of like
We
a
just
stem
call
cell.
NAD for short.
Nah.
The black version be called naps.
that. Yeah. No, I mean, because I mean, like, I've gotten more into like facial moisturizers and things like that. So, like, that's probably the extent of it, at least as of now. But again, like, if I wake up one day and feel like doing it and got the coin to do it.
I mean, I've had like lipo, I've had microneedling. Like, I'm not afraid and opposed to cosmetic treatments.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, I don't know if it's surprisingly for y'all, but like surprisingly, when it comes to like the Botox, I don't really mind, like the little lines that I have on my forehead, and I don't really have, unless I really squint my eyes, does the skin. I had considered getting maybe in the next like 5 or 7 years, like an eye lift. I'm sorry, not an eye lift, an eyelid lift. An eyelid lift. So that's where, when you're looking out and you have a hood that hangs over your eye, and that becomes more pronounced, especially including black men or black people, but it becomes more pronounced as you get older, and it has the effect
Gravity
of
be a
looking.
hell of a drug.
It is, and it's a microsurgery, and it's done, and they put the tapes on there and it heals and
go over to Serbia, Turkey, come back. You right, Lil Kim.
Lil Kim, right?
And the thing is, he ain't gonna tell us that's why he over there.
Look.
He gonna be like, yeah, I'm just traveling to Turkey. Like, okay, you ain't okay. We couldn't go.
Look.
Serbia.
He gonna be like, I can't record next week. He gonna come back a
But
whole brand
it's
new
crazy though
woman.
too. We were talking about Botox though. The amount of like young people getting Botox, it's crazy. Like the
And
trend.
I feel like it make them look older. Like there's a certain age where Botox make you look older.
Now I know I'm gonna get canceled for saying this, and I don't give a fuck. These young people, some of them look like grown ass adults at the age of 18, 16, and 15. And I'm like, baby, how you look like you already in your 30s? What 30 gonna look like for you? Let's do the math. Do the math. Do the math.
Say their names, Terrell. Say their names.
But I also have to give them some slack though too, because they aren't the generation that went outside. They didn't have as much physical activity keeping their bodies in a type of shape that a lot of us just in our generation naturally had, because we were outside until the street lights came on. There was no you in the house sitting on the couch in your room on the bed playing on the computer. Like, why is you in the house? You got in trouble for being in the house. You could be quiet as a mouse, but why is you in the house? Because it's hot outside. So go outside. This generation don't got that, and I feel like, unfortunately, social media and the stress and the things that they're learning at at a young age is aging them faster.
They're not
than their
allowed to go
bodies are
through that
keeping up
ugly
to.
stage. Because everybody go through that ugly stage between like 12 and 16. like everybody in that age is pretty ugly. And they just got to be pretty ugly online that we didn't have to. If we didn't want our school pictures out there, we told our parents not to give them school pictures out.
Yeah.
So So you look back, you're like, ooh, that was an awkward stage, but you grow out of it. Now they trying to Botox their way out of that awkward, ugly stage. And I think that's probably a huge difference between, like, say, like our generation and the generations coming up now, because they're online. And it's like, I get it. Like, you don't want that awkward stage online all the time, but...
And the filters don't help either, though. I mean, think about like how many different filters that exist out there that allow for you to just present yourself a different kind of way. And the moment you see yourself without the filters, you're like, right? So like the body dysmorphia alone for this younger generation, I can just see being higher than ours. So, you know, that's what I was saying. Like, I gave them credit. Like, as much as I was like, some of y'all looking a little, like, I understand why.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if that helped or not, but okay.
Nope, not at all. Period. Exclamation point.
I'm just going to read you for film for 10 minutes straight.
It is also the accessibility factor. Like, people today have more access to procedures and more acceptability for these kinds of things, because back when we were growing up, you know, there were certain girls or certain people that would get nose jobs or their ears pinned at the age of 16 or whatever, but that was really the extent of it. And quite frankly, it was probably the extent of it because you didn't have clinics in your neighborhood, in your community, in your whatever. You know, the plastic surgeon was something that was like downtown. It was something that like was out of reach for most of Americans. But now you sneeze and you hit, you know, a Botox clinic. It's somebody that do Botox, whether it's out of a clinic or not. So, you know, it is.
I mean, you can get the finest juices and berries out at Ulta and Sephora now, you know. So like there's just luxury products that used to be super high end that now there's, I mean, you could go to the store, get $80, $90 moisturizer cream at the Ulta. That's inside your Kohl's in the Midwest, or you know. So there's just a lot of that. But I mean,
it'll be interesting to see what the next 10 years looks like. It'll be very interesting with the next 10 years of cosmetics, cosmetic procedures, you know, those that require surgery, those are like, you know, that don't require surgery, that are kind of like lunchtime procedures or whatever. It'll be interesting to see like what we now see right now evolves to over the next 10 years, because every 5 to 10 years.
A new hip at the Walmart, buy one, get one. And then the robots will be able to do it down at the clinic down the hallway.
These cosmetics,
like, girl, you got you a new hip at lunch? Damn, where they do that at?
They're going to completely demolish the whole weave industry, because you'll just be able to go into a chair, they'll put a light on you, your hair will just grow 25 inches in like 10 minutes, and then you'll come outside just whipping and rolling.
You ain't got to go to Serbia or Turkey.
I just gotta wait 10 years.
Wait a few years. Yeah.
But I only have 3 hairs by then.
Baby.
I'll only have 3 hairs by then. I don't want them 3 to be the only long ones. I need an
looking like Charlie Brown.
You know how girls wrap their hair up at night? I'll be coming out like that, but it's only one hair.
You got it gelled down. Oh, no, you got your little edge brush, like,
honey. And look, that would be the style. That would be the style at that point.
I'm not even mad at it. I'm not mad at it. But you know, one thing I do like though, and I forget what episode it was last year. We were talking about just like things we like on men and things like that. And maybe did we release that one, or maybe that's in the vault? I can't remember yet. But I know one area of a man's body that I definitely do like, and I noticed it the other day on the train. Because this dude had these short shorts on, the inner thigh meat. Like that inner thigh meat. And it'd be kind of like hairy right there. And then like sometimes if they got really toned legs, you'd be like, ooh. And then you're like, ooh, maybe something will fall out a little bit. Like this dude was sitting on that train with his leg up on like the heater thing and had these short shorts on. I was like, ooh, inner thigh meat. That inner thigh meat be nice.
Probably one of the softest, most delicate parts of the body.
Baby.
Baby.
And so, because, like, you know, when you get your inner thigh meat, such like,
kissing up.
That's not so.
Baby. Oh, I just realized that's probably a me thing, not a they thing, because my inner thighs don't touch.
Yeah, that's a you thing. Must be nice.
Yeah, that's a you thing.
Must be nice.
He got that hollow thing that the women be wanting.
Look.
You can see between their legs.
The supermodel gap.
Girl, okay? Because we already discussed several times about my thigh problem and me in Palm Springs with the damn chapstick. So,
Honey, the
That
friction.
shit was epic.
Friction.
look.
But yeah, no,
But it is that portion that's like as close to the crotch area as possible. There is something a little special about
and you be
that.
looking, you be like, "Oh, I shouldn't be looking, but I'm looking." Is that inappropriate that I'm looking? But he got his legs all open. It is what it is. It's free game. Yeah, that inner thigh meat be nice.
I don't honestly. For me, I like a back. Like a back. Like you can see, like when you look at their back and you can see that there's a gap, like come the shoulder blades, and then you're like, oh, that's a.
He said, "Ooh,
you know
that motherfucker."
He just gonna grab you, like he got it back there. Just like,
Batman.
just
Batman.
yeah.
Spreading wings.
But I'm also an ass man though. I'm really don't know what to do with it, but I'm definitely an ass man though. Like,
Well, you know me.
we know you.
Roll the clip.
Right. Some ass
Roll the
man.
clip.
That still kills me. He said, "Don't let that shirt go up and you see a little bang, a little butt bang." I'm so done.
I don't know
That
what
shit
it like.
still
It's for
takes me.
you. It's the thigh meat. For you, it's the back. But like, there is something about that lower back, upper booty cheek hair that just drives me wild. I love it. Let me just. And if you got it, take a picture of it and send it to me. 'Cause I like it.
Send it to AYMMinorityReport.com.
Not gonna lie, I
Or
like it.
DM us.
Them DMs are open.
I know that's right.
They open.
You know what? And on that note, we might as well take us a quick tea break. Oh, Lord.
Damn, we forgot to.
Hey, community. A lot of you have asked how you can support Minority Report outside of the sharing and downloading and subscribing and leaving reviews. But you can also buy merch. Come on, baby.
I know that's right. And we have a whole lot of options, from clothing to pillows to tumblers and bags. And we continue to update all of our stuff with new styles, new colors, and new products. Jarrell, where can they get all that stuff at?
Well, they can get all that and then some at minorityReport.com. They can find all the goodies, find out additional information about your aunties. And we also want to make sure that you share and tag us when you do buy merch, all right? So let us know if it's a hoodie, it's a tee, a long shirt, a towel, because we know you need those. But let us know.
Absolutely. And remember to wash your hands, your legs, and your ass.
Mention a nice fade.
A nice fade.
Because again, that man in New York,
Fresh
the way,
fade.
look, that cop, the way that cop,
Oh,
look,
God.
all three of them were like,
my
Got
God.
us together.
Oh,
us
my
together.
God.
Y'all community back last year when we were back in New York. we just be so synced up so many times. Well, we was talking and then we got quiet.
Well,
Because
where were
saw
we
this-
going?
we
Set
were
the
going to
stage.
Death Becomes Her.
To Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
We were
And
outside.
we were walking. We were outside, just walking, random New York night. Talking, crowds everywhere. But somehow all three of us spotted this cop that was onto the side there with this fresh fade. He had a pretty
And there was a
face.
group of cops too, by the way. There was a group
Yeah.
of cops in like a couple of little
Yeah, there's
clumps
3 or
along the
4 of
road or
them there.
whatever. Yeah.
And we stopped. And it's not like we all, like, it was just weird. Like, I was like, ooh. Then I looked over at Jarrell. Jarrell was looking. And then I looked over at Dewan. And Dewan was looking. I was like, damn, we all saw the same motherfucker.
And
shut
did the
fuck up.
blackest thing. And we did the blackest thing because even though we saw each other and we side-eyed each other, so we knew we didn't say a single word until our asses passed that motherfucker, and then we let it out.
Let
Yeah,
it out. And community, y'all know we be
We
talking.
like a fade.
Y'all know we be talking. So the fact that all three of us said,
Shut up.
talking about the mute
said,
challenge.
"Man."
Everybody on mute.
that.
And we did. And we did.
So did. Yeah, he had that fresh fade. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we do like a fresh fade too to continue this conversation. See, we done went on tea break, came back, and still thinking about menses. Damn, we gay as hell.
I bet he had all three of what we just talked about: inner thigh meat, a good ass back, and some.
He did because he was a little
nappy
thicker
ass black
too.
back hair.
You know he did.
I bet he looked good. I know he looked good.
I will say that, you know, like someone with a fresh fade, and I said this to y'all, automatically get 2 extra points. If you got
Absolutely.
if your fade is right, you automatically got 2 points going for you.
Absolutely.
Automatically got 2 points for you.
Drew, I'm not gonna say no names, but I need us to see each other. You know who always has a nice fade? Mm-hmm. Yup. Baby. Baby. And inner thigh meat.
Yep.
And ass. Baby. We'll talk about it later, Juwan.
Yep.
Oof.
Yep.
He had something pop on Instagram today, and I was like, ooh, Jesus.
Yep.
That is a man, Maury. Anyway, okay, ask your aunties, what the hell? What time is it, y'all?
Ask your
I'm just gonna read real quick. It says, "Hey aunties, is love limitless, finite, or do you have a capacity to love more? Just curious if love can truly be unconditional or not."
Damn.
Right? After I'm talking about all these men's, now I gotta think about love. Hold on.
How we talking about objectifying menses to this bullshit?
To actual emotions. Damn.
Right? Damn.
I will take a quick stab at it and say that you know, there's a lot of different kinds of love. And just like with a lot of things in terms of like identity and sexual preferences, and there's a spectrum. And I think that there are some, you know, who have a finite capacity for love that is limited to one individual, and they reserve it for that one individual, and then that's it, and that's cool for them. And then I think on the other end of the spectrum, there are folks that have the capacity to love multiple people, and not just love in the physical admiration, sexual appreciation, you know, sense, but truly loving multiple people and at the same time, simultaneously, right? Loving multiple people. And I think a lot of us already experience that, because when we think about our family or the people that are the closest to us, we love those individuals in our own unique kind of way, and it doesn't take away from the love that we could express to other people. You get a new niece or nephew or cousin or step whatever, or, you know, in-law or whatever, or friend that comes in your life, and there is the capacity to be able to love people differently and equally. And I think it really depends on the particular individual. If it comes to romantic love, for me, I'm still trying to figure that out, to be honest with you. Like, yeah. I lean more traditionally in terms of my expression of love, romantic love. I lean more traditionally. But as the ethos is evolving in terms of, you know, like, why do I do things in a certain kind of way? Why am I programmed in a certain kind of way? Is it programming or is it innate? Meaning, you know, do I love a certain kind of way because that's what I'm taught, and I'm adopting heteronormative, you know, Christian ideologic principles that's guiding that? Or is that how I'm naturally wired? I think that's the question I'm trying to unpack. So I don't have a real answer in terms of, can I be loving in a romantic kind of way multiple people at the same time and with the same level of intensity and equity? I'm just being truthful in that. But I'm still unpacking, like, where I sit on that spectrum and why.
I think, honestly, there's 2 different parts to this question, though, if I'm being honest, because it sounds like, is there a limit to how much you can love someone? And then parts is, do you have a capacity to love more, meaning, like, can you maybe love more than one person? It's kind of how I'm also seeing this as well, too. Mm-hmm. But I will say that just like you can fall in love with someone, you can fall out of love with someone. You know, like, just like there are reasons why you might find yourself connecting to someone, whether that's, you know, platonic or romantically, like, there could also be reasons why you grow apart and you fall out of love with that person because maybe they do things that don't serve your purpose, or they do things that are actually unhealthy for you, right? And so you start to draw those boundaries. So I don't think it's limitless. I think it can sustain. Right. I think you can fall in love with someone and you can sustain how much you love them and you can grow, but limitless, I think there is a limit, right? Because we are human. We're flawed in nature. So we're not perfect. So there's going to be a part of us that's going to always fall short to some degree. So for there, I think limitless is not possible. That's me, you know, personally. But I think the best thing that we can do as people is always strive to be the best version of ourselves and continue to show up in that way. But that doesn't mean that you necessarily are becoming a better person or you're loving more. You're just doing more work, or you're continue to sustain what you already have, or trying to gain more. But I don't think it can just be limitless, because we also don't live forever as well too, you know. And when we think about when people, you know, depart from, you know, from life, you know, even then when you think about love, like even that version of how we love those people tend to change because we don't see them as much, right? We still love them, but we don't love them in the same capacity as we did sometimes when they were there, when we can say that and we can have those memories and we can hang out and stuff like that. So I don't think it's limitless. I think it changes. And I think it can change for more, and I think it can change less. But kind of to what Dewan said, I think it truly depends on the individual and who you are building that bond of love with.
Yeah. This is a deep, almost like philosophical question. Because I almost think of love as not maybe like on a line, but it's almost like a spherical thing where it could potentially, I guess, in theory, maybe be limitless. But it could change within that world and how much and how little and all that. But then it also makes me think, like, because like everyone just says, "Oh, I want that unconditional love." I don't know, at least in the human flesh, if we're capable of it, because we always say, because if we say boundaries, that's a condition. It's just a different word for the word condition, you know? And so it doesn't have to be it does not like a bad word, but I think a lot of love is conditional, right, wrong, and indifferent. And that for each person could be a different boundary that you're setting. So unconditional love, I think we strive to at least love as fully as we can. But there's always going to probably maybe be some points of condition within that, as much as I love you, as much as I can, kind of thing. So just curious if love can truly be unconditional or not. I don't know. And at least I believe and was taught that the only unconditional love is like God's love for us, because we be doing some messed up stuff, and this dude still be kind of like, all right, you know what, I got you back one more time. But in the human flesh, to me, I don't know. I think that's the goal, and that's just trying to strive to have relationships where you can love unconditionally. But there's always going to be some condition.
Everyone has a breaking point. Everyone has a breaking point.
I don't know.
Everyone has a breaking point. You know, that you try me that one time, you call me that one name, and you're going to get that reaction, right? Like, so, and when
or
that
you
reaction
just said
happens,
it because you're protecting your love too, you know. So it's just like, it might even not be like you have a one more time kind of thing. It's just like you set these boundaries because it's healthy to do so.
Yeah,
it is, so you can love better, so you can grow with your love. And that's the reason why we have these kind of boundaries, is because, like, okay, these are the boundaries of this, where we're playing this playing field, and let's play with our love in that. So maybe there isn't a limitless. I don't know. So I kind of go back and forth with me talking out loud here. But I think at the end of the day, the second part of the question for me, I don't know in human flesh if love can truly, truly be unconditional or not. Because, like you said, there's going to be some kind of breaking point or some boundary that you have to set or something like that for each person in relationship.
I don't think that we have a true understanding of what limitless love or quote unquote unconditional love is, because even in the notion of unconditional love, you can take that so many different ways. You know, like you can have unconditional love in somebody. For example, if I have a relative that did something really bad and went to jail for it, right? I can still have unconditional love. My love for them doesn't condone or excuse or accept the behavior that they demonstrated towards whatever, but I have love for them. So I do think that I think to both of your points, there is a limit in our capacity to understand what true love really is, because we have so many different social, philosophical, and innate influences that kind of curb our view of what love is supposed to be. And that is just in my view, a fraction of what love really is. Like if you listen to anybody that's had like a supernatural experience, a near-death experience. They've, had when they talk about like encountering the feeling of being connected to either God or the universe or whatever it is that was, they always speak of this kind of like love that was warm and light. That I don't think that our brains are capable of really understanding what love, like unconditional love, what the capacity of unconditional love really is in the macro sense.
But I think that means you would have to believe in unconditional love, though.
Well, that's
because
it is a constraint.
Because to me, when I hear the words unconditional love, that means that there's nothing that person could do that mean I wouldn't love them, and that's bullshit. There, like there is a limit.
So it's the Capricorn.
No, the weekend. The weekend. No.
I'm a Leo,
Whoa. Because the weekend before the Ask Your Auntie was about making sure nobody coming in your house and fucking in your house, and ain't got no invite back. Them. But still, we still have. But that's the point of boundaries, though. That's the point of boundaries where we have limits, right? So, like, I don't see there being a single person on this planet who has the grace of that can get away with doing anything, and I would never not love them. There's always something, and that could even just be like, like one of my parents disrespecting my partner, or like some, like the higher ups that like are my I will go to jail for them, right? Yeah. Like even they still have a limit, because if they disrespect one of each other, then I'm like, what the fuck, like that's like. So there's limits. I truly believe there'll be limits, but we know that there's crazy ass people out there, who we know they kid and shut up schools and shit like that, and their parents still love them.
And maybe that goes back to the question of like the capacity. I think we do all have the capacity to love more. Yes. I think we all might hinder ourselves sometimes because of PTSD or past trauma, whatever it may be. But the capacity to love more, absolutely, absolutely. And I feel like that it even goes to the show. You are hurt in a relationship, yet you stay in that relationship because you're like, okay, we can work through this and things like that. I think that's a capacity to say I am able to love more despite situations. And that's where maybe we strive towards that unconditional and things like that. But again, there's still just going to be certain conditions where you're like, okay, I've given you enough chances. I've done this, or this is my finite of boundary, and you continue to habitually do that. Then that's where that unconditional becomes conditional again. So it's just an ever morphing thing, and I don't know the right answer, but all I know is the greatest of these is love, and love could like really conquer a lot of things. So I like living on that thought process of capacity to love more, because it really does help heal a lot of situations. Like love is dope, like whether it's relationship, whether it's friendship, whether it's the love of a passion of something. Like I love music, like the create, like that feeling of being loved and feeling love and spreading love is incredible.
And that's the thing that I take away more
if I can do it, that's the better.
Because some people, that's what I think, should be more of the focus, is the fact of being loved. Because some people don't know what it feels like to be loved, right? And I think that if anyone has been loved before will know that it's a bit of a high. It is like you said, a dope feeling that is hard to describe. And I think that's why, you know, you find that some people are like, you know, not co-parent, but they are like codependent on people, or they're like always, you know, looking for relationships and stuff like that, because that feeling of being loved is beautiful. But I think once you have it and you focus on maintaining it, to your point, yeah, you can have more love. But like I said at the beginning, I feel that you can fall in love and you can fall out of love. And so it's all about maintaining and doing what you can to continue to be in a space and in a place where you can continue to be loved. And I think just focus on that is what matters the most.
Yeah. Wow. That was a
We
deep
got
one.
deep.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Damn.
Community, let us
we
know your
don't-
thoughts on this one.
We don't pack no punches when it comes to how long our episodes or short our episodes are. We gonna give you your money's worth, people.
Yeah, but
That's right. Well, hey, it's a new year. We continue to need new Ask Your Auntie, so continue to send to AYA at minorietyreport.com or DM us or hit us on the T line. What's the T line number, boo?
844-T-LINE, TEALINE, or 844-832-5463.
Hey, I know that's right. You know what? We said we're gonna keep this nice and short. I know there's a couple other questions we have on here. Community, we know the Oscars happen. We still on vacay, so when we get back, we gonna talk about it. So we might be late, but you know we need Dewan's drive-bys, so
You'll get
we
'em.
will be talking about that next week, and
Yes.
obviously how vacay went and how Jarrell's been for the last 2 weeks, and if he missed us or not, if he had
Hell
capacity
yeah.
to love us
Hell
while we were
yeah.
gone.
hell yeah.
But anything else in your hearts and minds before we get on out of here?
No, that's it. I actually like to ask your auntie.
That was a very good one.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that one too.
Yeah.
It's surprising we haven't had one like that, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe there's variations of like my boyfriend, should I love him, this and that, but like the
This had a
capacity to
philosophical
love
component.
more.
This is more of a philosophical conversation question than it is more of a situational question, which is really fun to
We
to
need
ponder.
what's his face?
Yeah.
What's the black guy, the black science guy? Neil deGrasse.
Neil deGrasse.
Yeah, we need him. Break this shit down for us, Neil. Shit.
Yeah, tell us about the atoms and the photons and the quarks and the the string
Exactly.
theories of it all.
It's like, why do we love? That's another thing. Why do we love? Anyway, I'm gonna be thinking about this one for a while. But other than that, community, stay safe out there, and we'll be back with an all brand new episode in normal length next week. So until then, wash your hands, your legs, and your ass, and go get some merch. And we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.